Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Nud McKucky, and your Nud McKucky News. We have got quite the show for you tonight. This episode has been sponsored by Trollades Extra Strength. Have you ever found yourself being trolled by somebody out of Hollywood that's playing games with the public, telling you all kinds of lies, pumping up, and trying to make things exciting? Have you ever been trolled by a computer salesperson that has more money than he could ever spend in all his life, but he would rather toy with you? Well, again, try Trollades Extra Strength. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this particular episode is so informative. You just will not believe your eyes. We've taken a very long time for this report, so let's go ahead and begin. As you all know, you have ClownSource. And the two people in charge of the ClownSource is George Webb and Jason Goodman. George Webb being the computer guy and Jason being the camera guy. Now you see, what a lot of people are not aware of is these two clowns, Jason and George, they have gone on all these different shows. But how are they getting there? Well, it's because of the contacts that this clown right here to the left-hand side with a big old pile on his computer. He's setting these things up because, again, there is a sucker born every day. Matter of fact, these clowns talk to Pumpkinhead over there at infosnacks.com. You know, where you can buy your male genitalia, or you can buy your underarm deodorant that's made of milk magnesia with a little bit of honey cups in it. Yeah. So you see, George would have you believe that he was part of Mossad when he wasn't. Oh no, he wasn't. He's never been with Mossad. But you see, a lot of different people over the course of time knew that he wasn't working for Mossad. And there's so many people in the public that felt that these three people need to have some sort of psychological evaluation from a doctor, or a frogter in this particular case. Go get some therapy. But you see, Jason would have everyone believe in the entire world, whether flat or round, that he is some professional when it comes to cameras, whether it be 3D, 2D, that sort of thing, but he can't get anything right. I mean, he looks like he just started all of this. It is so ridiculous. It's like watching the Three Stooges. Then, of course, Jason talks about the electronic handshake. You know. Yeah, the metadata. The electronic DNA. But you see, there's always some sort of Skype problem between Jason and George. Here's an example of that right here.
Ended with CrowdStrike.
George? 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 George, you got me? George? George? George?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody and their brother hates fake news. But it's far worse when these clowns start making up things as they go along. It is very, very unprofessional. Very. And it's adding to the fake news topics that are rolling around on all the mainstream media. But meanwhile, over the skies in Arizona, there was two fighter pilots that had some sort of dogfight. And I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, Nud McKucky was there to get it all on Camera. But who are these two fighter pilots that got into some sort of dogfight over the skies of Arizona? Well, one of them was LTV. Oh yes. Oh yes. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These clowns of ClownSource, both Jason and George, well, for the most part, they have what they have on their screen. Nothing. It's a wasted series. It certainly is. Especially when they accuse people of being hackers when they're not. You see, when you wrongfully accuse someone of being a hacker and they're not, and they didn't hack into anything, they certainly have the upper hand. Yes, they do. They certainly have the moral high ground. Until next time, this is Nud McKucky with your Nud McKucky News.